All right, my crafty peeps. Welcome to another episode of Humpday Handmade. This is hosted by myself and Ebony, who is sharing more here on the YT. I have a link to her channel down below. And so we come the second Wednesday of every month and show a handmade product. Humpday Handmade. All right, so today's episode of Humpday Handmade. So I want to enter into a Halloween clipboard swap. And so I wanted to, do my clipboard a little bit different. So I did. This is today's project. Okay. So just got the little measurements right here. Of course, these will be down in the comments. So what I have here is this clipboard. I'm gonna call it, it ain't even a photo, clipboard notebook, I'm gonna say. So here on the front you see, and this paper is a digital paper by Paper Phenomenon. I think it's called Enchanted Shadows, if I'm not mistaken. But so this is a digital paper pad. That's I'm gonna say the front, the sides, and that is the back. And so I have this magnetized. So to use the clipboard, you will pull it off the front, and they both the same. Write your little note. Get a pencil. Hey girl, hey, it didn't write that for real, but put that on there. And it's magnetized. So on here I got magnets here and here, and this is have paper on the back. And so that will stick right on the front of that notebook, as you can see there. And when you open it up, you have folders. You got a folder over here to stick some goodies in, and then two pockets here. And then, of course, like I said, the back. So this is today's Humpday Handmade. Now, I'm a strapped for time. It's whatever, y'all. I did what I can do. I did all I can do. Anyway, so it's going to be a series of videos put together. So you're going to see me, putting the I'm going to call it a folder together. I did use some white tape, and you'll see where I painted that black. I used that. What other video on there? I think I know where I got everything cut out, not putting it together, because some of these you could change yourself. I'm getting measurements for this, but you might want shorter pockets. We all crafty, you know what I'm saying? You might want this pocket on both sides. You might want these on this side. So just the gist of it, and then you could, alter it or go from there, right? And then this right here, I just showed the magnets on there, because it's pretty much just, put your magnets. You know how we do the little stamp thing to get your magnets lined up. So it's fairly easy. Okay, so what you will need will be, like I say, these will be down in the description box. 3 pieces of 6x9 chipboard, because you got your front and back cover, and then you have the clipboard. And of course, you're going to need a clip if you choose to do this. Of course, you're going to need like a binder clip type thing. For the pockets, you have your 6 3/4 by 5.5. And then this is 3.5 by 6 3/4. Okay, so it's a 3-inch pocket, and that's a 5-inch pocket. And like I say, we all crafty. You might not even want to do both pockets. Over here, I have 6 3/4, and I did this at 8.5. And so, of course, you know what I'm saying, as far as scoring go, I did mention it in the video as far as scoring 1/2 inch on both sides. Depending on how wide you want this and how tall you want this to come up, those right there, you can decide. You might decide you just want to put it all the way up here, and it'll be a whole pocket, a shorter pocket, you know what I'm saying? So those things you play around with, right? And so that's what it is. I did 1.5 here, came over 1.5, came up 1.5. Okay, you might want to do 2.5, whatever you might want to do. So this and this is, you know what I'm saying, it's, I ain't gonna say negotiable, but up to your crafty ideas and things like that. You can do a little fancy border. I think I'm gonna have to do that next time. I do have a lot of border punches and all kind of, cute little stuff. I wonder, you could probably, and I just thought, I don't have this die, but that crap, I think it's Chaos Crafts die, or the coffin thing. And they got that, little slanted Halloween decor pocket things. You could probably, of course, you'll have to downsize this for that to fit. But this could be a, as far as putting those, I don't know, layers, pockets, whatever you want to call it. I can picture it in my mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not sure it's coming across as I want it to come across. So disregard the last 10-15 seconds of what I just said, and we're going to start over. So this is the pocket, y'all. And this is the Humpday Handmade project that I created, that I am going to use for the clipboard, Halloween clipboard swap. So you know, it's that make one, get one, make two, get two type thing. So I do already have my second one made, so it's already going. This is how it will be, as you can see. And like I was saying, you'll see all this in the video where I got the tape, painted it, and that's why, because the tape was white. I did put some of that same tape over the magnets to help keep those down. So you can see I got just 2 magnets in the corner, and it's also in the corner on my third piece of chipboard here that I've also did the same thing. So then it'll sit right on there. This, I do not have the pockets in here yet, but I am going to do it the same as that one. But I also got something else working with the same kind of feel for it. And of course, you could always do your gusset, your spine piece here different. I did a 1/2 inch because I didn't want all that wide. You could do, you know, an inch or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Put more pockets. You could do something here and make a folio or something in the middle. You can do all kind of stuff. I mean, y'all crafty people, y'all know what's up. So make sure, like I say, after this, you'll see another series of videos. And then make sure once you watch those to go check out my girl Eboney and see what she created this month for the Humpday Handmade. Thank you for watching. I hope, you know, like and subscribe if you so choose to, of course, hang with your girl. And I will see you in my next video. All right, so I am about to make, September's Humpday Handmade. And I'm not sure what to call it, but it's a binder, I don't know, clipboard, book, folder, whatever you want to call it, clipboard something. Anyway, I'm thinking about, about to join this Halloween one-on-one swap, and it's for clipboards. And I want to make one. I want to do something different anyway. You've already saw what I made, and this is just the process to make it. So, I come to chipboard, 6x9, 2 pieces. I'm going to, you know, it's that do one, get one, do two type thing. So I am doing 2. So I got my 6x9 chipboard. I got 2 of those, so I got a total of 4. And then I am doing 1/2 inch, what? Side pieces, binding pieces, whatever you want to call them. So this is what I got. So I am going to make one of them, and then because this my thing don't be want to do right on time, so I'm gonna do a series of videos and put them together. Excuse all my junk that you might see sitting around here. So I got this tape. This is Kathy King's tape. She got it in black and white. I got this white, but I always use black, so I will be using this to do this, and then I am going to use this black paint to paint all around it, so this will be black. And I've done that with this one, and this is the first one I'm doing, even though this was different because this is a 1-inch spine. But you can see this was the white tape, and then I used that and painted black. I do have the black, but I got 2 white ones for some reason, so I want to be able to use them, but I like them in black. Long story short, that's what happened. So this is not my idea of binding this. Usually, you know, you get the piece of paper, put them side by side, but I like using this tape. To me, for one, I think it's thinner. And so let me get some scissors here. So I'm just gonna go through this how I'm just gonna. So you can bind it. I mean, if you're an avid crafter, then you know how to. You know, got your own binding system. I'm gonna give you the general idea. So I need 4 of these, 1 for each side, and then 2 in the middle. So I actually need 6. My apologies. But usually the ones I do have a bigger spine. That's what it's called. So I might not even need. I could probably do 1 on the front. So I'll see if I need another one here in a second. I'll see. So I want this little one that I'm about to do to be. I'm already at 3 minutes. Probably because I'm running off at the mouth. Neither here nor there. Hopefully it works. So I put the piece down because I'm just trying to close up the side, and it's shorter than the actual chipboard itself, because I want. Now you could measure. You could do like this is 9 inches. You could do 8 and put it in the middle. I don't do that. I just eyeball it. Just make sure it's not the whole width, because I'm gonna put a tape across the top and bottom of it. And it doesn't make a difference which side I'm putting this on as far as on the 9 inside. You'll see it here in a minute. Okay, so this is how it's going to be, just like this. Front, back. Here's my spine. Okay, so usually, like I said, I do a large spine and it would go like this, but this spine is small, so I could probably just do one piece here. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to try to center it here in the middle. Looks about right. Make sure it's on there. And I use this piece right here to get my sizing. I'm just going to put it right here on the side here at the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. See? Just even across that little part. And I'm just going to stick this on there. That's my back. Or front, whichever one you want it to be. And then I'm going to do this one the same. I'm going to scoot this over here on this side of this little spine piece. Line it up. And then this one I don't even have to think about it. I can just sit this right there on the groove. Line it up. And there we have it. Okay. So then, like that's why I said used before I would need 2 pieces, but at this point I don't need the one. Here's my printer over there. Doing everything what it's supposed to do. I'll put this right here in the middle. Make sure it's kind of even on both sides. And then I fold it so the tape can connect with the other side. That way I can fold it either way, that way or this way when I get finished. So let me get and just make sure those is together. I'm gonna get this bottom one. Now on this one, this is like I learned this from Kathy King, Paper Phenomenon. I'm gonna go a little bit far past, a little bit extra on my binding here at the bottom. And I'm gonna need 2 of those, one for top and bottom. Okay. So peel this tape off. Now this tape right here, you can check it out from Kathy King. You can actually do it so if you got like markers or something or other paint like Tim Holtz, all them little stains and all that kind of stuff, you can actually color this this white tape to match. So that's what I do. Stick it on there pretty much in the middle. Make sure it's on there. And I say the reason I be wanting to do because you can see through this white tape to the chipboard. But like I say, in my case, I don't care because I'm painting it, so you're not going to be able to see it, right? So here on the ends, as you can see, I cut right to the chipboard, right there. Take this end piece, fold it over, put it down, come to the side, cut right there to the edge of the board again, and then this little piece I throw away. I'm going to do the same thing over here, as you can see. See if I can get up here in the frame so you can see it right here. I'm going right there to the end of the chipboard. My chipboard right there. Then this piece, because I just cut it away, I can just flip up right there, turn it, and this I'm going to cut right here. And like I said, if you do, journals or folios or whatever, you probably have your own technique. Like I said, people do with paper, put them side by side, tape them together. And I used to do that, but now I do this tape. To me, it's thinner. I like it better, especially when I'm putting something together because it don't be so thick. With me trying to fold right here in the middle and be cracking and all kind of foolishness be going on. Now, I'm not saying a lot about this because, like I said, it's not my technique. You have to go over to Paper Phenomenon and she'll go more into detail as to how, to do this. This is just how I do it. So, like I say, you use whatever wrapping method works for you. Okay? I'm just giving you the measurements, right? Because you can make this any size you want to and use the same method. So, any size you want and use the same method as far as a little, the side's a little bit shorter. Put that one in the middle. Blase, blase, blase. So, I got this down here. I take this and go to the other side. Put it down. Flip it over. Make sure everything looks good. I'll come over here and do my same little maneuver. Cut right up to the chipboard so I can fold this over. Alright. Cut this front piece off. Okay. And I'm going to come over here and do the same thing for this side. Cut right there. Right at that line, so when I flip this, it's even with the edge of that chipboard. Right? It's covering all that up. When I use the black tape, I don't have those issues because it's black. I mean, like if you wanted, when you see it. Alrighty. So now I'm gonna fold that over so it's good up there on the top, and fold this over. Fold this side over. Make sure everything is good and lines up. Alright. I found this just to go in the middle here, because I want all that tape to touch each other. I can't even talk. Touch each other. And there we have it. So now I have my base. Just that quick. Now, I am going to do the second one. And like I say, at this point, I will just be using my paint and a paintbrush. And I'm going to paint all around the edges up here in the front. And I'm going to show you on this. And I got something in the inside of this one. So as you can see, this is the tape. But I just did all the tape all around it. And I even did some in the middle, just wiping the brush off. Don't forget the edges. Alright? And do that front and back. And I'm going to do that with both of them. So you'll see them painted in right after this. Alright, so I got them both done. I'm just going to show a quick, I mean, there's really nothing to see here. Besides me putting some paint down. Got these brushes right here. Probably got like 100 of them years and years ago. Y'all remember, what's the name of that place? Pack-a-Tans. Nope, lied. Is it Pack-a-Tans? No, it was, I forgot, but it was in Florida, and they would sell these 10 of them in a package, 10 for $1. And at the time, my oldest daughter was still living in Florida, and for Christmas, that was one of my gifts. I told her I needed some. And so one of my gifts was a box full of these that she had bought. 10 for $1. What was the name of that store? It was an off thing of Michael's. I don't think it wasn't Pack-a-Tans, because Pack-a-Tans was here in Ohio. I can't think of the name of it, but it was one of those craft stores, one of the good craft stores. So that's pretty much all I'm going to do. Go around and, like I say, just color all of the, because you're not going to see the middle. Because, of course, I'm going to have pattern paper and stuff. So, and don't forget, like I say, to get the tops, the sides. So you're just trying to cover up all the whites. So it'll be back. That's all. And then let it dry. And I'll be ready for the fun part. Decorating and pockets and whatever else I'm going to do. Okay? So, that is all. Okay. So, I got everything here situated. So, you just saw, like I said, it's going to be a series of videos put together in this one. You just saw where I cut the chipboard, put it together, and I painted it. So it's been painted, and now we're about to get started. So of course the gist of this is I am making a clipboard, right? So I got the pieces here. So the pieces you will need, and this of course will be in the comments down below, is 3 6x9 pieces of chipboard and 1 1/2 inch by 9 piece of chipboard. Like I say, they'll be down in the description. So I have, so this is it right here. So you need 3 pieces of the 6x9. That's the 1, 2, and the 3. And then the 1 1/2 inch by 9, which I got as my spine. Okay. I have magnets in here because, of course, being that I'm making a chipboard. Now, you've already seen this put together. That was the first video. So what I'm showing you already have an idea. I put the magnets on there, and I put the magnets on the album here itself, and it's just going to stick on there. So I did this the same as I did this right here, and you saw this part of the video. And so I put the tape around it, painted it, and then I stuck 2 magnets here on this corner and 2 corners on here so that this will stick to it. Just like so. Okay? So now, of course, I'm making this Halloween when I got my papers cut right here. So let me open it up, and so I'm going to show you what else you will need here. All right, so of course you're going to, need your paper that you want to decorate as far as the back of these two. And your back page, I still got to cut some more, so this is not cut yet. And those are be my back pieces right here. So these are 6 by 9. So I cut these 2 pieces here is 8 3/4 by 5 3/4. And I got those there. For the 2 pockets I have over here, I have one that is 6 3/4 by 5 1/2. On the long side, I scored it 1/2 inch on both sides. And then on the short side, I scored it 1/2 inch. And this is to make a pocket. So on the long side, 1/2 inch on both sides. You could just score, flip it and score if you want to. Or this right here, like I said, is 6 3/4. You're going to do your half and then go over and then make sure it's a 1/2 inch from the end. I don't know. I don't got my thing to see what that measurement is. And then, like I say, that 1/2 inch at the bottom. So what you're going to have once you fold this is 5 by 6 3/4, and that's going to go on first here. This right here is 3 inches, so I wanted this to be 3 inches. So I did my same 6 by 3 1/4, scored on those. So now I have this is 5 3/4, right? Then no, 5 1/2. I'm sorry, because this is 6, so I wanted this to be, of course, smaller. So this is going 5 3/4, right? And then right here, this is 3 1/2, but I scored it so I can have that 1/2 inch. So this piece is 6 3/4 by 3 1/2. I'm going to score 1/2 inch on the long side, 1/2 inch at the front, and I'm going to say 1/2 inch at the ends. And then I'm going to turn it onto the short side and score 1/2 inch, and that's going to give me that pocket there. And of course, you're going to go on the back and cut straight across those intersecting score lines. And so then you'll have your pocket, which is going to go right here at the bottom of this one. So this is how that will look. Folded it. And that is that one. Over here we have a larger pocket. Now I haven't done this yet. I do have my pocket. So this pocket is the same. 6 3/4 by 8 1/2. Here on the short side, you're going to do a 1/2 inch at the top, at the front and the back. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm saying on the short side, I'm sorry. On the 1/2 inch on the front and the back side, you're going to flip it to the long side and do that 1/2 inch so you can get a pocket again. But on this one, as you can see from, the first part of this video, we're doing something different here. We are going to get this pocket as an angle. So it depends on you how deep you want your pocket. So I got 2 score lines here. We could do it at, put this, you can see. If you do 1 1/2, we will put a little mark there and then come down here and from this bottom tip also do 1 1/2. Make that line and then cut this part off. Or you could do 2, which is over a little bit more. So you could put 2, put a little mark, come to the side, put your 2, make a little mark, and do the same thing. So it's up to you what size pocket you want. I myself is probably going to do, looking at it, I'm going to do the 1 1/2. And I already got that mark. So I will open this back up. This is going to be a pocket. And I already got my mark right there. And I do got my tape on here already. So I'm going to make it just like a pocket, like I do whatever, where I go and I cut on those intersecting score lines and fold it up so it'll resemble a pocket. Now I'm just going to put my ruler here. And like I said, I measure 1 1/2 from this left over and then 1 1/2 from the bottom up. I'll put my ruler here. Get my cutting knife here. And then I'm just going to cut that off. right across there, and that is totally uneven. Let's see, I didn't cut that deep enough, so I'm just going to use my scissors and get that off of there. Now, to get the paper on here, I'm going to just take my paper, and I've already measured this, because this piece right here, I told y'all what it was, but when it's folded, you're going to get your, what is this? 5 3/4, which means my matting paper is 5 1/2. And then if I measure from top to bottom, this is about 8. And so this is 7 3/4. Now, of course, when you do the measurement, because I think I gave y'all 8 1/2 by 6 3/4 for this piece. So y'all can make it whatever size really you want. But I gave you another half an inch on the instructions. So you can do it 2 ways. You're going to move this out the way. So here you go. You're going to sit this down on there like just where you want it. Right? As if it was matted. Take a pencil. Set my glue up here. And mark right there where I cut it. Right there. Alright? So on my trimmer, I know I need it to be a little bit smaller right at the top. So I'm going to look at my marks, which is right here and right here. So those marks, you know, you got your trimmer, those marks I'm putting, you can see there's a little clear right here on this clear right here, closest to this this side of the cutting board. So right there on that clear part, I'm going to put that mark right on the clear and down here. Alright. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm going to point to where I have it on my pencil. So, right here. So you can see this. So this is this side. You got this clear, the cutting spot right here in the middle, another clear spot. This clear spot right up against there, I'm putting that line here and here. Because that will give me 1/8 of an inch from there, right? So that it'll mat correctly. So I'm going to go and do that. Get my piece of paper, get my cardstock here, and as you see, when I sit it back on here, you fold those up, you can probably see it better. Get it back lined up how I want it, and you can see I have my matting. So I got that even border all the way around. Now, of course, I didn't cut that right over there. I had to take that little part off, but you can see it's a border all the way around this piece. So that's how it will sit. Okay, and like I said, you already saw the finished product. But this is the video on how to put it together. So then, that out the way. That's sitting there. This is here. Put that down. These are these 2 pockets. Okay. On the front, we have this extra piece, remember? And I cut 2 of the same stuff on the back of here. 2 of the same design, because I want to put 1 here on the top of the actual cover itself, and then 1 on the clipboard on the front. So when you take it off, you still got the same design. Okay. So that is going to get glued there. Have to get the paper for the back of this. That'll be on there. Put my clipboard on there. This is the clipboard. I just got to glue these down. So when you're ready to write, you're going to take your clipboard off. Boop, 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 but you still got your cute little notebook. Okay? And you saw all that already.